Roy, looking back on my PhD, what did you learn from it?
What I learned is that this whole process of data mining can actually give you a lot of information. And what's important, I think, to appreciate is that although you start off with a lot of data, you still have hypotheses. My original hypothesis was that the atypical enteropathogenic E. coli that you worked on for your PhD were not a homogeneous group, and that they were a group that would include pathogens that were able to cause diarrhea, and maybe a whole lot of environmental strains that were not able to cause diarrhea, but were still able to colonize people as normal flora, non-pathogenic. And it was nice when the first few experiments you did where you showed that these strains actually were quite heterogeneous, gave me some encouragement. And then we got much more encouragement when we found, at least in one of those groups, that it had a factor that looked like it was associated with virulence, in that it would help the bacteria to colonize hosts in a different part of the intestine from where E. coli normally lives. And when we went back and looked at the clinical data about where those bacteria came from, unlike the total set, which actually came from healthy people more than from patients in a so-called case control study, where for every case, every patient, there's a healthy person who matches them for age and time of year and where they live and so on. When we go back and look at those data, those strains were predominantly associated with cases, children with diarrhea, and hardly ever found in healthy children, confirming the hypothesis. So it was a great project in many ways, bringing together epidemiology, understanding of bacterial pathogenesis, and bioinformatics. And bioinformatics was pretty new for me. I'd done it on a small scale, but never on like bits of genome sequence, but never on whole genome sequencing, which is for people maybe amazed to know, and it still amazes me that E. coli has approximately 6,000 genes, and you and I have about 23,000 genes each, so just 4 times as much as one E. coli.